What's up, guys? This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're test driving this 1973 Camaro 350 under the hood. Power steering, power brakes, motor sounds great, 4-speed transmission, new interior, beautiful paint, Foose wheels, disc brakes in the front. This car sounds awesome. Go to maplemotors.com, finance and shipping, detailed pictures are available. And for now, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before I take off on any test drive, we like to look around the interiors first and place some bets. Do you think the horn works on this one? It's like some kind of stick-on thing. It is. What is it, a Grant steering wheel behind there? We'll be trying it out here in a minute. We got aftermarket gauges here below the radio. B&M shifter. They've customized all the interior in this one. It actually looks pretty good. Look at this console that they made in the back. I kind of like it. It's different. Package tray's not too bad. Headliner's nice and clean. Coming across your dash, it looks pretty clean as well. We'll go ahead and start her up. Give her some gas. So, I've seen some switches. I'm not sure what this one does or this one yet. They may just be there and they may have been old switches. This one is your electric fan. So you got a normal fan and you have an electric fan just for help. Blower motor on this one, does it work? It does not. It's not doing a thing. It was on high. Wipers, I just seen them jump. Oh, there they go. Okay. I was about to get out and grab a hold of them. They just needed a little help. It almost looks like they get stuck on the edge of the hood over there. Face of the radio's in the office. Otherwise, I'd try it. Left turn signal's not blinking on the dash. The right one, I don't see anything. Tach. The tach's sticking. It's not very accurate. Gas, we need some. I think we need to go up there now. Engine temperature's coming up here. Oil pressure seems pretty accurate. It's around 50. Okay, horn, did you place your bets? Let's try the tilt. Tilt does work. Horn? Nothing. No horn. All right, let's hit the road and we'll see how she runs and drives. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and head down the road here. Anything I see, you'll know about it. We'll try reverse. Seems to be working. The clutch is letting out a little high on this one right at the top. It still feels good. It's got a good pull to it. A little bog there on the motor. Let's see. Okay. I think it's where the gas is floating to the front of the carburetor. I'm going to be careful with that. She's got a good amount of power already. Clutch is not slipping at all. Going into all the gears nice and tight. Look how straight we are going down the road. Real tight steering. Nobody's behind me hitting those brakes. That is what it is. The gas is floating to the front of the carburetor when you get into the brakes really hard. It's causing it to bog down. She's got a good cruising gear. Speedometer's coming up and seems to be pretty accurate. The seat belt's missing the bracket up on the side of the seat, so it's just all over your neck. You don't want that. Throw it under your arm. You can get the little piece that goes on the seat though to get it off of you. So we are going to be going to the gas station. And then I'm going to be doing some undercarriage shots, outside stuff. Just picking out the flaws towards the end of the video. So stick around for the whole thing if you want to know everything about this ride. Yeah, it is idling down every time I hit the brakes and the gas goes to the front of the car, so that is something that will have to be adjusted out. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, $20 worth of premium fuel in this ride. And of course, we'll check that gauge out. You put the gas in right here behind the tag. Beautiful car. Really loving the paint scheme. So one thing I noticed, if you don't cut the electric fan off, it'll always run. I'd almost wire that in with a temp sensor. Gas. Turn the fan back on. And does the gauge work? Ha, it does. It was on E when we got here. We're over half a tank now. Let's do this. Again, I was telling you about the clutch letting out high. Watch it. It lets out right there on top. I mean, I've got hardly anything left there, but it's grabbing good. So, undercarriage shots, outside stuff. Let's have some fun. Okay, so yeah, we're getting ready to leave out of the parking lot. The fan is keeping this thing super cool. I mean, it's looking 170. Oil pressure still at 45. I think the carburetor could be adjusted out a little bit better. That way it doesn't have all that gas go to the front when I slam into the brakes, because then you got to keep it running. So, but the idle's also a little bit high on this one. That's an idle adjustment screw, but I think maybe if I idle it down, then it's going to have that issue a little bit worse when I hit the brakes. So notice the tire rub, aftermarket wheels and tires. 50% of y'all are gonna like them, 50% of y'all are not gonna like the wheels and tires that are on here. But if you do change them, there's a perk there. You won't have the wheels rubbing in the fender wells. I hear it every once in a while. But I tell you what, going down the road, this car feels pretty good. Overall, pretty tight. One thing that would help with the carburetor issue that I was talking about is downshifting through the gears and keeping the idle up. That's just something that I would do right now because I know that is the issue. And I'll show you how to do that. Coming up on this turn here where there's a big bump in the road, you can listen. I feel like you're gonna hear some tire rubs when we hit this bump. We'll find out. So yeah, you'll start downshifting now. Hear the tire rub there? All right, coming up on that bump, it's right here. Well, actually took it pretty well. This mat's getting crushed up under my feet here. Old Mustang right there. Hey, you need to slow down. If y'all didn't know, that was my uncle. He's full of jokes, ain't he? That third gear, when I went to speed, try to shift it in there, you had to have a good click, so it did take just a second. We're coming through Brian's Motorsports right now. If you haven't checked him out, go to briansmotorsports.com. He has finance, he doesn't have financing, sorry guys. He has parts, accessories, all kinds of stuff that we get done. I get my personal rides done down here. Wheels, tires, lift kits, audio, which I used to do a lot of audio, but I buy my stuff from him, through him. He's got interior guys. Just check him out. He does a lot of SEMA shows out in Vegas. And actually wins a lot of shows. So briansmotorsports.com, BMS online. He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram. He don't pay me to say anything, but I do like going through there and to see if he's got anything new. He brought a Bentley by the other day. It's like, golly. I'm telling you, he works on everything. We're heading back to the lot now. In between us and Brian, you have, you know, the Red Rooster, which, well, probably my favorite restaurant in town, meat and three type place, and it's right next door, so I got lucky on that. Oh, you better watch out. Hey, you better watch out, man. All right, guys, picking out the flaws is coming up next, so stick around for that. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. All right, picking out the flaws. Let's walk around this ride. Anything I find, you'll know about it. Detailed pictures, maplemotors.com. Coming around on the front end here. Got some light pitting popping up on these miniature bumpers. Looking around the bottom portion. That thing is in pretty good shape. You've got some pitting in your grill, the chrome there. Same over here, light fitting. It's very light. Headlight bezels look good. Headlights are in good shape. Turn signals look good. Love the paint scheme on this car. I feel like this car glows in the dark. Looking at the bottom, you got some rock guard down here. Tires are in great shape up and over the fender well. Vacuum midsection. Little spot in the corner. A little dirt up here, a little crack in the paint below the mirror. Front windshield on this one looks pretty good. Trim is in decent shape. Up your pillar, smooth. Roof line, clean. In the back here, you do got a little bit of waviness popping up. Little crack there in your weather stripping. Spot popping up here around the trim. Looking over your back window, a light scratch right there, tint, and the trim looks good. Coming up on the back of the car, the rear bumper, I'd say that thing has been replaced. It's nice and clean. Tail lights as well. You got a little bubbling popping up right there in between them. Behind your tag. Up on the trunk lid. And it doesn't hold itself up very well, does it? Got a bubble machine back here. You can blow bubbles on your tires for burnouts. It's got a faucet pump. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. You could flip a switch, you could hear it running, but it wasn't going crazy and spraying all over the tires. You do got rust in the trunk. Water is getting probably in through the back window or the back window seal, because the seal around the trunk actually looks good. I don't see why it would get in through there. Edges of the trunk lid look good. Well, that didn't shut very easy, did it? Now it is. Got some bubbles here below the tail lights. Got a spot there. Coming down this side, lower portion here. Up and over the fender. Chips on the edge of the door. A little bit of rust popping up right here in the corner. Back your midsection. Couple little spots popping up on that door handle there. Little ding here. Kind of see it, yeah. Little crack here. So looking up over the roof line, we've got some chemical peel going on. If you look down in here, you'll see these tiny little bubbles. What that is bad prep on the paint. Whenever it was painted, they didn't prep the roof very well, and you can see them. This is actually the first time I've gotten close and seen them. Hopefully you can see it in the camera, but you know that it's there. Coming on down, pillar looks good. Got some more of the same stuff here below the mirror. Chip right there. Cut over your front windshield, you got a scratch here. A little rain spot there, it'll come out. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the interior, get this thing started up one more time before we go to the next car. Checking out the door panel. These door panels are huge. I know I've said that all day about all three of the Camaros that I've test drove. cam looks good. Your carpet in this one looks like it's been replaced. It's in pretty good shape. The seat's definitely been redone. I kind of like that middle console there. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and start her up. So the pump to turn on the squirters is right here. I hear it cutting on. I just don't know what to hit to make it soak the tires. That would be kind of cool. We'll put her in neutral and start this car up. Make sure to turn your electric fan on. Again, that could be wired to a temp sensor. That way it cuts on when it gets up to temp. But you don't want to forget it. It does have a regular fan in it too, so it probably won't matter. Probably get a different tach. Oil pressure's good, engine temperature's good. Down with the hood now. A little stiff. You're going to want to rock it back and forth. You don't want to bend these hoods. But it shuts nice. And if you could look close, you can see the stripes. It looks awesome. Little dimple there in the paint. If I could ever get it to show it on the camera. Hey, if you don't mind, hit subscribe, share this video. That helps me out. It keeps me doing this every day for you. Go to maplemotors.com if you need financing or shipping. We can get a quote on there for you. Anytime there's a number to call. We have 100 detailed pictures of underneath, inside, out of this car. I mean, covers the whole thing. Test drive video on each and every car. And on Monday, I put out about 10 new rides. Be sure to be checking on Mondays, because if you wait till Tuesday or Wednesday, something like this, probably going to be gone. Appreciate you watching. See you later.